Greetings, nerds. This is Sing the Nerd. I'm your host, Sarah Belmont, and with me, as always, is our Mr. Producer, Will Paul. How are you doing tonight, Will?
Doing very well, Sarah. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Well, I think I managed to do the transition okay. I hope it did. So hopefully everyone's watching and it's just not just the two of us here.
Yes, hopefully. And hopefully, everyone is queued up. This is the first time we're doing a watch party, which through this process, Will has made abundantly clear to me I had no idea what a watch party was. I'm figuring it out though, but I'm still learning. And our goal is to watch the first episode of Crisis on Earth X, which was voted on by our listeners. So, and thank you so much because there were some crossovers where if you had made me watch that, it would be a very boring, tangent filled episode. Will, anything you want to add before we all press play?
Um, I'm. This is first time we're heading live. Looking really forward to it. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. If you're not seeing us, send us a tweet to let us know that we're not working. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this and can't wait to hear everybody's reactions as we watch this. So let's get this party started. So just a reminder, everyone, Crisis of Earth on Earth X was a four-part Crisis event. It was the uh, over 2 nights. Parts one and two were Supergirl and Arrow, and then the back half was Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. Just so you know, tonight we're only going to be doing the Supergirl episode. So if hopefully if this goes well, we'll finish out the rest of the group over the next few weeks. But hope everyone enjoyed Batwoman tonight. Looking forward to it, and be sure to check our show later in the week when we recap Batwoman. But we can get this thing started.
Okay, so is everybody ready? On the
All right,
count of
all
three.
right. So we got
So on three, you press play.
yep. I got a countdown clock. There you go.
Okay. One, two, three. Did you press play?
Yep.
Okay. So when is the last time you watched this crossover?
The last time I watched it, other than just a few seconds yesterday, just to get refamiliarize myself with the episode, whenever the crossover first aired, which was a few years ago. But one of the things I really enjoyed about this crossover was just the opening. Really great special effects by the team here.
Mm-hmm. I think the last time I watched it was maybe a rewatch after it first aired, but haven't watched in a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The big thing I remember about this is the whole Barry and or not Barry, Oliver and Kara dynamic.
yeah, yeah.
Classic Arrow, slow
Classic.
motion.
Yep. And then of course we get the Guardian.
Yep.
It's like
I was thinking about how the crossovers still do fall into very trope category
yeah.
where they are always either switching powers or dealing with doppelgangers such as this crossover or dealing
Hmm.
with facing another version of themselves,
Yeah. That's
very
true.
similar to how the villains of the seasons are kind of parallels.
Hmm. That's true. That's true. Yeah. The thing that got me about this was just how quickly evil Oliver dispatched the Guardian.
Oh, I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
I'm dead inside.
But it's a Supergirl episode. I was hoping Guardian would be around a little bit longer, but
He doesn't come back up during any of the.
I
We
don't
don't see
think so.
another version of him at all or anything.
I don't think so.
Okay. No, because this is on Earth X,
X, right?
and the cast list was too long
Yeah.
for that actor. Got it. Hello, Zordon.
Hmm.
Power Rangers reference. Sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking he like reminds me of like uh, Storm Shadow or something, or Snake Eyes, like from Snake Eyes from GI Joe with this particular costume.
I appreciate how they say Central City, but they don't say Central City Earth, whatever, Earth
Right.
9, whatever. So
Earth One,
just,
yeah,
I mean, if we're doing this multiverse, then why wouldn't they make that distinction?
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just,
But it's pretty. You have to. This reminds me of again like how much they really do save the budgets for the crossover events. When you see the level of special effects in these episodes versus sometimes the regular episode.
mm-hmm,
And then of course we see later in the sometimes during the season you'll see how the production they'll do some bottle shows just to, just because they have like really tapped out the budget for the crossover
mm-hmm.
events. So just for our listeners who are folks who are watching this with us, I'll be trying to keep up with your chats with us as we watch the crossover as well. So give us your thoughts. We'll try to answer them while live.
How many of these legend characters are still alive or around?
Yeah, yeah. Who's still on the show? Legends
I
fans,
don't
tell
watch
us
the
who's.
show,
Yeah,
but I feel as if most of them, one of them dies every week or something.
yeah, yeah.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who's all? Yeah, because well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't watched it, but yeah, I mean, most a lot of these characters are no longer with us. I mean, Martin Stein.
Jeremy Jordan still on Supergirl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess these are. I guess reoccurring status now.
I forget at this point in Supergirl if Chris Wood's character is back,
Let's see. Was
if
Monel?
Mon-El is back or
Yeah.
not.
Was he third season? I can't recall. I think he was. I think. Yeah. I think he was.
There he is.
Yep.
Yeah, Mon-El just came back. Yeah. Okay. But from the future.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Don't worry. Don't worry, Kari. Get him in real life.
Yep.
It's me. And then Alex is going through her whole breakup thing,
Yeah,
I think, too. She's gonna end up sleeping with Sarah.
right, right.
Yeah.
It's like quintessential Supergirl on the couch, working out some working out some issues, interpersonal issues.
Mhm. Yep. I could have sworn that she just said all she wanted to do was sit there and wallow.
Yeah, yeah, she just did. That's all she did. Oh yeah, we got the interdimensional portal device, and of course the Legends don't need to bother with that. They have the little tricked out star, the Wave
What?
Rider. Yeah. Well, this bachelorette party is a lot better than the one that was in the Flash season 4.
What?
For who didn't they have a bachelorette party in season 4 to make up for all the events that happen here?
I know what you're referring to, but I think
It's
that
the
was this season.
okay, okay. Was it? Yeah, I
I think
guess.
it just happened before.
Yeah, yeah. The Amunet Black. Yeah, it is this season. Yeah, because Barry has the new costume. That's right. Yes, they all run together after a while.
Hmm. They're really just getting their texts fitted the day before the
Yeah,
wedding. I find that odd.
it is odd, but I
I
will say
also find it odd how much of a crush Barry has on Oliver. Like,
I know. Well, heck, I would have a crush on Oliver too. I mean, he looks
yeah,
damn good in a tux.
they both look good in tuxes, though.
They
So
both do. They both do. It's just yeah, just mutual man crush.
I don't know if Oliver has a crush on Barry. I don't know if that was. Yeah. What is with the characters saying something and then contradicting themselves only a scene or two later? Because
Yeah,
suddenly it is the right time for Oliver and Felicity to get married
yeah,
in the
yeah.
same episode. Yeah, that whole plot line I thought was odd because in the season of Arrow, Oliver and Felicity just got back together
Right.
and then immediately head to the altar. And I understand the point. Well, they've been in love for so long and you don't really need to go through that dating, but still it's just odd.
It is very yeah. It is odd. It is odd, but
Stein dies in this crossover.
he does. He does. Spoiler alert.
I'm trying to figure out how to react to something. I'm working on it. That's Harry? That's Harry,
I think that
right?
yeah, that is Harry. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it was later in this season, I guess, where HR Harry loses his intellect and stuff from the from the thinker.
Firestorm. So many iterations of Firestorm.
Yeah. So I don't watch Legends any hardly ever, but is any version of Firestorm still on that show, or is he?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Uh, nice little touch there. I saw a little trophy from his conquering of Guardian. Didn't notice that the first time I watched this episode. You know, he reminds me of like Hux from Star Wars.
Yep, yep. Caitlin and Stein. This is a long introduction, like a long
Yeah,
lead into the actual crossover part.
yeah, it really is. I didn't recall it being this much uh, intro setup, but
Hmm. Very different than recent crossovers where
yeah,
they just jump right into it,
yep,
don't feel the need to do much of a setup
hmm
because, well, arguably most setup had already occurred in the seasons,
yeah,
like it or not. But especially for the latest one, that was Flash 6A, pretty much all set up for the crossover. But
yeah,
even Elseworlds, I felt it was just suddenly they wake up,
yeah,
different bodies, and have to figure it all out. So,
yeah. I did like that the way that Elseworld started up that way instead of this extended episode of setup.
mhm. Yeah,
But you know,
definitely.
I think it was with this crossover. I mean, I know that with the third crossover with Invasion, a second one with Invasion, it seemed that you get a bigger sense of the larger universe. But I think seeing them all together like this for the Barry and Iris's wedding, um, definitely like really expanded the multiverse with having all four shows together like this.
Yeah. No, you can definitely see little improvements, whether it's the writing or just the actors' chemistry
Yeah,
through each rendition because it becomes more normal the more times you do that
yeah,
and the more shows you incorporate.
hmm
I mean, Supergirl was in the previous crossover, but in this one, her her season gets interrupted, and this whole episode is a Supergirl episode.
right.
Yeah, it does always feel as if Oliver is the driver in all of these crossovers.
Yeah, it
It's
does.
really his story. He is the A storyline. Now, Kara, you can make a point, plays a huge role in this crossover.
hmm
I mean, it's her doppelganger who's the one who really initiates this whole invasion
Yeah,
and is the motivator, but it still feels as if, and Barry and Iris are getting married, yet they still feel second fiddle to Oliver.
they do. They do.
Glee, 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 Glee. And I
Break out.
say that because both of these actors originally appeared on Glee.
Yeah, I was gonna say 'cause they need to break out in song.
Oh, they do. That's later on in an episode we will never do. We'll watch along for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Actually, that episode, it I don't feel as bad about it as I did from before. I've seen worse.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, not saying it's a bad episode.
Yeah,
I have no reason to rewatch it.
yeah.
Hmm. Singing, sing along reference.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, Barry's appeared on every season of Supergirl.
He
Because that
has.
first crossover with
Yeah,
him in National City was the first season,
right.
and then the second season they did the sing along
Yep,
along with the real crossover.
yep. I have to say I do miss Professor Stein. I mean, Victor Garber is sort of like how Jesse L. Martin brings a certain air of gravitas to the Flash. I mean, I think Victor Garber does the same for these crossover events, and he did for Legends of Tomorrow.
Like how I'm moving this. I get warm. I knew the glare. I called it. Sorry. The
It's,
sun does come up in
yeah.
Alaska,
Oh
and when
yeah.
it does, and I can't, my blinds don't work.
Oh, okay.
Can't do that.
All right. Well, we'll adjust for next time, or go later.
I am so tempted to fast forward through this conversation.
Yeah, we can't do that though. 'Cause
I don't really want to.
I know. I know that's your mo. But yeah, whenever folks rewatch this, I'll completely throw off the time clock whenever I put it in.
The toast.
I was watching this season of The Flash, and one of the things is how Jesse L. Martin is like aged quite a bit since. I mean, it's just showing it. I don't know if it's his health issues that he had with the back problems he had last season or what, but it just seems Joe just seems old all of a sudden.
I don't see it.
Or maybe he's got a full beard and this is gray. I don't know. It's more gray, I guess.
Man, she was on The Flash all the way back then. That's
Yeah,
crazy to me.
yeah. Cecile, I think she actually premiered in the first season, but as as whenever she was in the DA's office before they became a couple. But but I guess had a little elements of chemistry in their interactions, so they obviously took it to the next level.
And then the fight.
Yep, the fight.
Which, I mean, come on, Oliver. It's in Mistake 101. You don't bring up marriage during somebody else's wedding.
Yeah, yeah,
It's tacky. It's really tacky.
yeah,
Okay, you're really doing this because you love me, or you're doing this because you're in the moment.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Mofo,
he's totally in the moment.
FOMO, mofo. I don't know. Sorry, FOMO. Which is funny because I was thinking about how Stephen Amell has mentioned that he has excessive FOMO
Hmm.
feelings of being left out, and I think you could say the same thing about Oliver Queen.
Yeah, yeah. It's Oliver's universe, and we're all just living in it.
Well, it is called the Arrowverse,
It is. That's yeah,
not the Flash verse.
yeah. Well, I mean, we truly are after Cross's Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Hmm. Hmm.
Oh, classic Felicity.
He wouldn't stop talking about it.
He
He
wouldn't. I know.
couldn't
That's yeah,
maneuver to, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Whoops. Y'all hear that? I'm sorry.
Um, aren't you not supposed to spend the night together on your wedding day?
You're not supposed to.
A lot of mistakes, a lot of things that probably would lead to an invasion of another Earth with Nazis. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah,
It's as if like somebody is gonna break a mirror in the next scene.
yeah.
Yeah, it's still how far are we in?
We are.
We're almost done, right? 'Cause
Yeah, we're about. Yeah, we are.
yeah, this is all introduction. Sarah's interesting because she is the leader on Legends. She got her start on Arrow,
Hmm.
and even with Oliver passing, I felt she carried her grief probably the best out of all of the supporting characters, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would
Um,
agree with that.
because she was on the yacht, she was on the ship. His life changed, but so did hers. So,
Hmm.
and it's weird because I don't, and this may just be because I'm not a fan of Legends, but I don't feel as if people see her as a front figure when they think about the Arrowverse. It's the main three,
Yeah,
and Sarah's kind of just added in as needed, but she does a lot, and she has been through this for a while.
yeah, yeah. Also, one of our viewers, Jeffrey, said that there actually was a Legends episode where she did grieve for Oliver.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I just remember those scenes where she was talking about how she felt now that he was gone,
Yeah,
and yeah. I mean, I guess you would say she was an original cast member
yeah.
had they not cast Katie Lotz and cast the original Sarah Lance in the pilot.
That's right. That's right.
That actress got screwed over.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
she
the
did.
shit with all of that
Yeah,
actress. It's really funny to go back and rewatch the pilot and see that, and you're
yeah,
just thinking in your head,
yeah.
that's not Sarah.
That's not Sarah. That's not. Yeah,
I mean, it's not Laurel, but it's definitely not Sarah
yeah.
either.
The awkward post-wedding hookup moment.
Laura's not in this crossover.
She's not. Yeah, I don't think she. No, she's not. She's not. Not even the. Not even Black Siren.
Black Siren first came up in season 5 of Arrow.
Yeah.
She is in season 6 though because she's part of Diaz's team.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Season 6 of Arrow is very. It's as if it's a transitional season
Yeah.
because season 5 felt very ending a chapter. Season 6 is the first time without flashbacks,
Hmm.
and then you have this relationship with Felicity that just gets put on accelerate, gets put into the Speed Force
Yeah. It
on
is.
his
Yeah.
services.
Yep.
And really, the overall goal is force Oliver into a position where he has to turn himself in and get locked away.
Yeah. 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 It really is. You're right. It totally is a transitional season for the show in many ways, both in front of the camera and even behind. Because, huh?
So I guess my question is, had they done this crossover either this year or last year, how would this introductory or this introduction be different, or would it be different?
I think it. I don't know if it would have been different. I mean, I know part of it was just setting up for. Yeah.
Nora.
Nora. Yeah.
This is the first time we've seen Nora.
That's right. That's right. Because it was the mystery girl. Everybody was wondering who could she be? Who could she be?
They did not recast Nora.
They did
So
not. No. Thankfully, they did not. Actually, I thought Jessica Parker Kennedy did a really good job with what she was given with the character in season 5.
Yeah.
I mean, she nails.
So here she's been stalking Grant Gustin her whole life or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She, she, she definitely gets the geekiness vibe of Barry.
I forgot about that. That was the first time we saw Nora.
Yeah, yep.
Jeez, that whole plot line feels dated.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
Melissa's gonna see.
I had forgotten that Kara had a song in
She
this episode.
sing this song,
Yeah,
"Running on You."
I had completely forgotten about that.
I didn't know that Chris Wood could sing.
Huh.
I've heard him and Melissa do a charity event,
Hmm.
and I was surprised. I was like, "Wow, okay,
Yeah.
you two have anything else?
Huh.
Can you not do something?" I
Yeah,
haven't seen
really.
them dance, so I guess there's that. But
Yeah,
still,
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Jesus. And the real loser of this crossover is Iris, because
Yeah.
Iris' day gets screwed up.
her,
She has
her
a
day.
perfect dress and everything.
Yep.
It's all beautiful, and
Yeah.
yet, and then she finds herself in the park getting married, only for Felicity to step in and
Step.
say, "Hey, let's do that too."
Yeah, that still leaves a bad vibe feeling for me. I have to say though, Grant Gustin sold it with the whenever he's as she was walking down the aisle.
I think Grant Gustin can just is one of those actors who can cry on too.
Yeah, he totally is.
Because he always
Yeah.
can bring those tears.
Yep. Little interesting tidbit. So the actor who's playing the pastor was in a superhero show back in the '80s called The Greatest American Hero. If you ever go into the archives to see old superhero shows, he was the lead. He played a school teacher who is given a space suit, super suit by aliens, and loses the instructions.
So they knock out the pastor,
Yep,
but feel no need to kill anybody.
I know. It's just like yeah,
I just it's so weird.
yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I forgot Wally too.
Yeah, that's right. Wally was in. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just so many characters that they pull together here. I mean, again, it gets to my earlier point about sort of expanding the universe. It really is in this case.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember seeing that sequence and
Yeah,
thinking to myself, why couldn't Wally have done that on the actual show with the Flash ever? Isn't
exactly.
that cool?
Yeah, well, it's just how inconsistently they treated Wally as far as his powers and his abilities.
Where did Oliver's bow come from? Did he
Yeah, I
just
guess
have it in his pocket?
he had it in his pocket. I guess it was like a nanotechnology bow or something like that.
Okay.
Hey, it's Snake Eyes.
You know, there's something to be said for the Arrowverse and their selection of themes for different characters, the musical themes,
Hmm.
and how anytime we see Prometheus, we also hear that little music in the background, as if we need any more reminder of who that character is.
Right, right.
But they do make them that distinct. Where if I were to hear that in everyday life, my mind would automatically be Prometheus.
Prometheus, yeah, yeah. Yep. I have to say, Blake Neely, that he has developed some very memorable scores with these characters. You're right. I mean, you hear it like out of context somewhere, and you'd be like, yeah, you'd be looking over your shoulder like, is it Prometheus around or Overgirl or
And that's what scores should do. Scores should
yeah,
trigger a connection to a certain movie, TV show, character, scene, if it's done effectively enough.
yeah,
However, sometimes it does, especially in its crossovers, when you're hearing so many different ones, that I find it does, in a way, distract me,
hmm,
which scores should just add to the narrative and really
yeah,
allow you to feel different emotions.
yeah, true,
So there's some pros and cons to how they use it.
yeah, yeah.
Whoa, did Barry just kill that other Nazi?
I was just
He
thinking that same
twisted the
thing. It
car.
looked like he did. Nice. I'm deaf.
The girl, got a girl.
Yep.
It's funny how Kara is in the bridesmaid dress
Hmm.
and and Hickey like their doppelgangers are dressed up like they're villains
Yeah,
and everything and they craft the wedding so everybody's in wedding attire
yeah,
so
yeah. but Oliver still had his bow.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of people who just come up time and time again, Tommy Queen. Tommy Queen.
Yeah, yeah. It's still an amazing logistical accomplishment that they are able to pull these events off, given that all these shows, pulling together people from different shows, different parts of their schedule, and oh yeah, that's a good point, Jeff. Oliver's flower did not fall off.
Caitlin had time to sing,
She did.
or is she still in? Yeah, she's still in Killer Frost's gear.
Yeah,
When she changed, her clothes changed yesterday.
I like the Killer Frost outfit from season 4.
Is he out of commission for the entire crossover? I forget.
I can't recall. I can't recall if he's out. If they sidelined him for the whole crossover. I guess.
So if well, hmm.
So has Wally? Uh, had he moved over to Legends by this point, or was he still on the Flash?
I was just thinking about how odd it was that they put meta cuffs on Prometheus,
Hmm.
who's not a meta.
Right. But I can't take any chances though.
Well, I don't know. You strip them of his bow.
Yeah.
They have a gun. They were also pointing a gun at him, so
Yeah.
they put him in meta cuffs
Yeah.
and pointed a gun at him.
They're not. They're not taking any chances.
The infamous. Why didn't we see Oliver put the jacket on Felicity?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember that being the big thing.
So you're doppelgangers.
Their version segment.
Come on, y'all should. Y'all know, this is the multiverse. You should know this by now.
Do they kiss? They do.
I think. I think so. Oh yeah.
When are we just gonna call it the Kavanaugh universe?
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
Kavanaugh
It
verse.
should be the Cavaverse. Yeah. The Kavanaugh verse.
Kavanaugh. Or instead of saying that's canon, that's Kavanaugh. mm, accent, culture.
And
Yeah, they don't kiss in that one. They
no,
do eventually in the
I think
crossover.
yeah, they do, they do.
That's it, everyone. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with
Um,
us.
as I try to figure out my TV. Uh, we might do this again, or we most likely will. And like Will was saying at the beginning of the show, if we will be recording another episode of Scene and Nerd later this week, please check that out. Probably be available Friday. And thanks so much.
Peace out.
All right, good night.
Good night.